Cool, blimey! The Queen is dead! Her Majesty herself! Cool, blimey! Gordon Bennett! Love a duck, fish and chips! Oh no! I've been waiting for this day for a long time so that it could, this particular thing would occur, and then I would spend the whole day listening to The Queen is Dead by the Smiths, which is just about exactly what I've been doing. Well, I've also been at work. I really shouldn't have gone to work because I didn't realize just how much Her Majesty's death would affect me at work. Kept trying to pour pints of beer and I kept crying into him. Oh, God. God, blimey. Britain's completely devastated. She was only 96. As some people have pointed out, it's a shame that she didn't get to write herself a centurion. Is that right? 100th birthday bloody thing. You know, in Britain or the UK, I think, how if you get to 100, the Queen signs a thing that is thrown in front of her, and she's just like, she just signs it, doesn't know what it is, and you get it, and you're like, whoa, the Queen celebrated my 100th birthday. I will keep this framed for the remainder of my life, which will be 3 months. What a shame. Who was it? Fuck. You know, I don't know who's who. Everyone else does, and I'm not gonna feel like an idiot because who died? Prince Andrew died, right? Fuck, I gotta look this up. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on. And who was Queen Elizabeth married to? And when did he die? Oh god, Queen Elizabeth II. People were just saying she's been alive since Jesus was around. She's been alive since World War One. I mean, no, that's not true. But she was around during World War Two. Well, did she do anything? Did she fucking do anything? Prince Philip, right, was the husband. So I take it they got divorced. Well, that's a bloody outrage, isn't it? It really is. You can't. The royalty fucking getting divorced. That's unmonarchical. You can't get divorced. You gotta stay together. I don't know what happened with that. Okay, so he died. Oh wow, it was just like last year. So yeah, and now she's fucking dead. And then we have Prince Charles. Well, I don't know who the fuck that is. What am I doing? What is this? As Doug Stanhope pointed out, like, he was saying, like, oh, you British people make fun of Americans, but what's with your monarchy and shit? Why you got this real-life Dungeons and Dragons horse shit going on? So, yeah, King Charles, yeah. He's fucking King Charles now. I'm the fucking king around here, you honkies. I'm the king. Not you, I'm the fucking king now. Fuck yeah, that's more like it. Back to the patriarchy, not a fucking matriarchy. That's right. King fucking Charles is gonna come through and undo all the horse shit, woman-loving shit that Queen Elizabeth has done, like legalize abortion or whatever. Fuck, right. So she was 23 when she had him. Jesus, it's just weird. Like, when I see the two of them, I'm like, I thought you were brother and sister. Anyway, yeah, why am I getting involved in all this fucking real-life Dungeons and Dragons horse shit? Who cares? Rest in peace, Queen Elizabeth II. Cool, blimey. I don't think I can go to work tomorrow. I'm gonna be like, I'm too upset. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I should be angrier about this than I am. I don't know. No, I just don't care. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be listening to this being like, oh, how come you could be so disrespectful to the Queen herself, the fucking Majesty? Oh, cool, blimey. You're poking fun at her. She was only 96 years old. What if it was your mum? Well, if my mum fucking died, no one's going to care except for me. So fuck off. You got enough people going around. Fuck, that's all they did. That's all they played on TV all day. On Channel 7, nothing else. Nothing else happened today. Nothing else. Like, this is just non-stop news. It's just one of those fucking news events
Where if she died in a car crash, then I can understand. She did it to herself. I could understand it being on or bloody day. But no, this is just a regular death. It just croaked. And it's just like, oh yeah. I don't even know why. I don't care about royalty. I don't care about the only royal family I care about is the royal family. The TV show. Anyway, I don't care about this sort of thing. I don't know what they do. I don't know what their purpose is. But it seems to be... Well, they seem to have... To me, royalty is like worse than any celebrity. You could be, selling pics of your fucking tailbone or your fucking... You could be selling strands of hair and like cups of urine on OnlyFans and be a complete disgusting pig and make $2 million every month from that shit. And you would still have more of a right to be a celebrity, to be known among the masses and the plebeians and all that, than anyone in royalty. Because who the fuck are they? They're just marrying into it. They're just going along and it's just boring and it seems very stuffy. And, it kind of makes me want to be racist, to be honest. Makes me want to be racist against white people. I understand racism against white people when it's coming from that particular perspective. And people are like, who gives a fuck about crackers, eh? Who gives a fuck about all these crackers? I bet there's a lot of people out there right now, probably in America, just being like, I don't give a fuck about the goddamn queen, cracker ass bitch. She fucking died 96 years too late. But yeah, I don't know what it is they do. I don't care other than just be British and have British people go, ooh, look at the queen. The fucking queen died. She wants some tea and biscuits. I bought a tea, but they didn't give me a biscuit. A little biscuit. Yeah, like I'm saying, like, I don't know what the fuck they do. I guess they go around doing some charity work, but they just got all these bloody big palaces and all the guards and all that kind of crap. And it's, I don't know if it's like helping the economy or rupturing it with the amount that they get paid. I don't know, but if King Charles dies and then everyone else dies in a single car crash, or I could be your fucking king. I'm fucking hell. I'm trying to work it out in my head. It's fucking goddamn, it's so fucking like Game of Thrones, like RPG, D&D, Pathfinder bullcrap. Like, you might as well have trolls and dungeons and dragons and like House of Dragon and all this crap, Rings of Power and all this shit. You might as well just have it all there. If you're going to be having like a king and queen. Anyway, it would be terrible. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry, Queen Elizabeth II. Don't haunt my dreams. I'm going to fuck you up. If Morrissey died today, I'd be very upset. That devastate. That would be my queen dying, and they wouldn't fucking have Channel 7 playing nothing but about Morrissey dying. They'd give him 30 seconds and just be like, "Oh, he was a bloody racist. He was." But yeah, that would be embarrassing for the obvious reason. Anyway, I gotta. Once I finish this podcast, back to The Queen is Dead on heavy rotation. All right, on to some actual important news. So Better Call Saul finished. I kind of forgot to talk about this kind of crap on here. I've got to say, I don't know if you saw people being like, they fucking nailed it. They landed this fucking ending. I mean, they certainly did. You fucking Game of Thrones fans. I never watched that show. I watched the first episode and I was like, I'm done. But, man, be jealous. Be jealous. Be jealous of us, of the Better Call Saul fans. You never went along with it. You only watched a few episodes, and then you continue on with Game of Thrones, and look what fucking horse you should have bet on. I mean, and I'll admit, like, Better Call Saul had some dips. Nothing major, but I feel like season 2, and then maybe season 4 at times. I just didn't like the way that season ended. It just didn't feel like a season ending, you know? It just ended with, spoilers obviously, with Salamanca. I love, you know, that whole bit where he's like getting, they think they've killed him, but he like he gets fucked up in his house and he leaves his mansion. That was all cool, but I don't know, it was a weird season ending. Anyway, and also in season 2 where Saul, he starts working for, Howard and, fuck, what are they called? Someone and someone. But anyway, he starts working for them and then he like quits it. And I just thought, I don't see that happening with this character. Like when you watch him in Breaking Bad, you wouldn't imagine he'd do that. It's one of those weird things where a character's like, oh, I'm making so much more money, but hey, you know, I need to go back to my roots. You know, I don't need this much money. And whatever. I still like that season though. I just like the whole him and his brother. It's pretty fucked up, really. That was very, very interesting. Whoever said, okay, his brother, also a lawyer, pretty much a better lawyer, and it's the older brother, and it seems like the younger brother's trying to follow in his footsteps, and he feels a bit of resentment towards that. And also, he's electrophobe, so he can't have electricity anywhere around him. Like, that was just such an interesting thing, and the way they fuck him up with that in that court case at, like, the end of season 3, which was a great season ending. Or am I getting the seasons confused? Fuck. No, the Salamanca one was season 5 ending. Now I'm talking about the season 3 ending. Anyway, yeah, and even when I first, like, I saw this show, I watched the first season before watching any of Breaking Bad, and yeah, so there you go. But I really liked the first season of this. It was so, kind of went a little all over the place, and then brought it all back together at the end, and also like, it almost felt like you could have almost done with just that season. But luckily, we got some other crap going on. And I just felt like, you know, with this season 6, like, they split it up in 2 parts. The first part was good. I really enjoyed it. The second part of this 6th season was just so fire. It was fucking unbelievable. The cliffhanger that they had and the way that it, like, well, I guess the way they addressed it once the season came back, and that fucking episode when it came back was just so, you know, pedal all the way down, just intense shit all the way through. And then some of the other episodes were intense as well, like the one where he's with the security guard trying to distract him. Oh fuck, with that whole thing. Even though I guess that kind of, it's not that it went nowhere, it's just that was like kind of its own kind of set piece, you know. It's like not hugely necessary, aside from the fact that it's entertaining. But yeah, it was great to see, like, because when that season started, there was no black and white moments. And I was like, that sucks. Like, where is it? Are they going to do it later on? And then they have a whole bunch of them at the end of the season, and it's fucking remarkable because they're, those black and white moments are like showing the, Saul after, when he becomes Gene, after Breaking Bad, when he gets, like, the money and has a new identity, but he gets fucked up. Yeah, that whole thing. Yeah, just it really tied it up nicely together. Yeah, it really tied it up at the end, where he ends up. Yeah, sort of. Where else are you gonna go with that? Yeah, I mean, I like the ending because, you know, it's pretty much similar to the Breaking Bad ending. I'd say a touch more hopeful, because he didn't die with absolutely no one around him. He's just in jail forever, and he at least has Kim. That didn't fucking, that's not going anywhere. Oh man, and how he fucked over Kim in that episode where he's like, and that's when they leave each other. He's like, he has to go to that house and shoot the person. He's like, get Kim to do it. They're less likely to see it. They might recognize me. And he's like, okay. She's like, what the fuck? I can't do this. What are you doing? You have to go. Oh man, crazy shit, man, crazy shit. Oh, that was excellent. And because I was talking about this to someone, and they're one of these fucking people that hadn't watched it, but they had seen Game of Thrones, and he was just complaining about how Game of Thrones completely dropped the ball it like concluded like everything in basically the last 2 episodes. Man, like Better Call Saul is almost on the level of like Twin Peaks: The Return, kind of like really trying to smoothly end this. Really trying to be careful, not trying to do anything abrupt and jarring. Not at all. It's paced well. It's not just like they got to go through it. No, it's all good. The way that they're able to like kind of, and you kind of feel it like you could almost take maybe the last 2 episodes and combine them into one, but nah, not really. Oh man. Game of Thrones fans, be jealous. And now you got fucking your spin-off show. Well, look, and this is a spin-off show done well. Like, you have Breaking Bad, that's so great, and now you have this show, which is a good, like, counter show, because the way that it's similar, but there's a difference. Like, the big difference, I guess, is Breaking Bad is like people committing crimes. It might not be anything too sexy. It's just like, cooking. And then, like, doing the whole delivery and everything with the crack. There's some explosiveness here and there, but Better Call Saul there's still a decent amount of action here and there, but it's a bit more just watching people work. And sometimes it gets uncomfortable for that. You're like, oh my God, I'm stressed out watching this shit. Like, you come home from your own work and now you're watching other people work and in a way more stressful job. A stressful job with the extra stressfulness from, the whole legality or illegality of what they're doing. But yeah, hopefully House of Dragon can be fucking as good a spin-off show as this. And judging from the reviews by all the critics, they were loving it. They think it's fantastic. Wow, they must have gotten a big dinner before that review. And I don't really have much to say about Rings of Power. I watched Lord of the Rings, those movies recently, and I like them. But obviously, I don't care about like this new show. I mean, it's like I just don't care. Like I kind of just want new things, I mean, Better Call Saul had me the whole time. If the first season sucked, I would have been like, I would have given up on it easily. I easily give up on shows. I'm just like, if I'm not feeling it, even like 3 or 5 episodes on, I'm just like, I'll probably finish now, unless it's a mini series. But oh yeah, whoop-de-doo. And it's funny, like people are just jokingly saying like, oh, Better Call Saul, the show for boys is finished. Now the show for men is here, and we have She-Hulk, attorney at law, which looks pretty fucking amazing. That show is amazing. That's the best show. It's better than Better Call Saul. It's better than Breaking Bad. It's the best show I've ever seen. I'm only saying that so I don't get called a misogynistic, incel, magatard, virgin man. Oh, what? You don't like this show because it sucks? Nah, you racist. And that's right. Anyway, yep, they fucking nailed it with Better Call Saul, but it's all over now. It's all fucking over. What are they gonna do now? What's Vince and Co. gonna do now? I mean, look at all the actors and even like the talent that was on Breaking Bad. Like, what the fuck are they doing now? It's like, this is why I got out the film industry, because it's just like, you make something fucking amazing, and then what? You might make something else. Well, I mean, I do think there are perhaps some film companies that are like the more on the, not having to make a profit kind of end of things. Just like, we're just gonna keep losing money. It's all good. You can make another film with us. Hey, it made some money, and you got lots of great reviews, and maybe even started a bit of a fan base. Yeah, why don't you make another film? It's not even like a franchise. Just make a whole new film. But it does seem that way. That certain filmmakers just they make something amazing, and then the next thing they make is like, whatever. I mean, really, you could just win so many Oscars, all these Emmys, and then the next thing you make, people are just like, oh, yeah, that's nice. And then you're like, oh, can I make something else now? And they're like, oh, maybe. Maybe you could just work on the fucking She-Hulk. You could direct one of those episodes. What a bastard. I've been reading a book called Down and Dirty Pictures. It's sort of boring at points. It's just about Miramax and October films. New Line, I think it's on about as well. Yeah, I need to watch these films and literally like pay attention to like the things that come up at the start. Oh, what was it called? Fine Line Cinema. Yeah. Yeah, but Miramax is like the main focus in the book, and oh boy, you got like all this talk about Harvey Weinstein and shit. It's just saying like, oh, I think it literally, someone, like the book came out in 2007, and someone literally in the book says, you know, Harvey was like sending all these flowers to all these secretaries that he had and all these assistants, and it's like, and he was doing these other things. It's like, Harvey, you can't just treat this like your own sexual playground. Like, that's literally in there. And it's like, yeah, I bet everyone knew. I bet they all knew that he was raping all these women, and they didn't say anything because, you know, he would deny it. People wouldn't believe that person when they say so. And then they would get reprimanded throughout the industry. And even if they were like later on, like, you know, they become homeless because they don't have a job in the industry anymore. And then later on, it's like, oh, yes, this Harvey Weinstein actually did rape all these women, including the one you were talking about. Oh, sorry about that. It would be the same thing I just talked about. The industry wouldn't give a fuck. They'd be like, oh, they'd probably give you like a bloody set of steak knives as a, you know, as a what is it, a consolation gift. Just be like, oh, sorry, mate. Oh, sorry, didn't believe you. Yeah, believe men. And that's why no one comes out against this kind of crap. You can't just... Even if you watched it happen, Harvey fucking a woman, turn around and he'd be like, go ahead, tell people. They won't believe you, bitch. Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is... No, nothing. I'll save this for another time. I was going to rant about how, like, all these so-called feminists are actually more like damsels in distresses. They're still like, oh, I need a man to save me. I need a man to come around and tell men that are saying I'm sexy to fuck off. It's like, you tell them to fuck off. Why have other men have got to do it? Fuck off. And while you're at it, you are sexy. So fuck up. Alrighty, so I've just bought myself. I think I mentioned on this podcast that like I was like, oh, if Louis C.K. ever came to Australia, he probably wouldn't come to Perth, so I would probably have to get a plane to go see him. God damn it! And you know what? That has occurred. He hasn't gotten any Perth shows. He's like, oh, I'm doing Australia, but not you, Perth. Fuck you. He isn't even coming to Adelaide. I don't think. It's just like Brisbane, Melbourne, and Sydney, and then New Zealand shows as well. Fuck, man. If I lived in New Zealand, it would be way cheaper and easier and quicker to get a ticket anywhere there. Go from one island to the other. Fuck's sake, man. I hate living in Perth. Fucking nut. And even Doug Stanhope's got a show, and he's not bringing it to Perth. Well, fuck you. I've already seen you twice anyway, so suck a dick. God damn it. At least I've got Jimmy Carr coming up next year. At least he has the fucking guts to come to Perth. He's not scared. Hope he makes lots of Queen jokes. Oh, fuck. He better. Oh, that'd be great. Anyway. But yeah, I guess I bought a ticket and now I have to go to Melbourne now. Fuck. God damn it. I'm glad that I did my tax recently and I got all this money back. So at least I have that now for that shit. Gotta be honest with you. Perfectly honest, this is the first year that I've made enough money to actually pay tax this year. But I think it's very knackered. I don't know. I'm very fucking... it's just like pay as you go. But then it's like, oh, did I make enough money actually? Because some of it came from Centrelink. So does that count? I don't know. Oh, I think I need to talk to someone. Oh, I want more money. God damn it. Anyway, at least I got something back for that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, all those fucking things that I bought for work before I got fired. And now I'm like, oh, shit. Well, I have all these fucking things for a job that I no longer have because they didn't see if I was competent for the job before forking out all this money for this shit. But anyway, we're finally here. We finally got my money back, apparently. And yeah, I guess I'm spending it on Louis C.K. The Jerk off master. Ooh, he's gonna be like, hey David, come here, come into my room. I'm like, oh my god, he's calling me over. He's like, come here. I go in, and when I come out, I'm crying. Oh my god, I can't believe I fell for it. I could never watch him again. He was supposed to be my favorite comedian. He said, can I jerk off in front of you? And I was just like, yes. And then he took it out, and I was like, no. I thought you were joking. I thought you were gonna give me an opening spot. Ah, damn. I wonder who's opening for him. Well, it used to be like Joe List and Mark Norman and that kind of thing. Hey, Louie, if you're out there, fucking have me open up for you. I got all sorts of great material. I can do my 9/11 joke, my Holocaust joke, my homeless Aboriginal joke, my childbirth joke. Nah, that's not as funny. Yeah, the only jokes I have that are good are the offensive ones. So, yeah, suck on that. Yeah, oh boy. So yeah, it's already $100. I'm $100 down now from a ticket, and then what? A flight over there, a round trip. What's that gonna be? Fuck, man. I've done this before. I've been to Melbourne twice to see like an act. Last time I got to stay with a mate, so that was good. I don't think I have any friends in Melbourne. I can sleep with. Can I sleep in your bed with you? Oh, fuck you. That'll be payment. Yeah, I did it like back in 2012 to see Tim and Eric, and then what was it? There was another one where it was like Swans, My Bloody Valentine, and Godspeed You Black Emperor in one day. Oh my god, that really upset my stomach. Made everyone puke and shit their pants. It was great. So that was cool. A little too big of a venue. I just went in there. It was like 1,000 people or something. I mean, I don't know. It was probably a few hundred. And I was like, fuck this. All these fucking hipsters hanging around, smoking weed. God. I mean, I fucking hate hipsters. But I'd give anything to go back to that era. Because it's better than this shit now. Where, even like everyone's just completely fucked. Hipsters were just like kind of apathetic, pathetic, and just like, you know, that's fine. They weren't like a burden. They weren't so engaged with like pissing you off and everything. You know, they wouldn't just come up and just fuck your shit. You know, they would just leave everyone alone. You know, but they were very like suspicious and like, you know, the queen is dead. Give us a fuck, that kind of thing. But now you have, the moralists. Now it's them. And they're way uglier than hipsters. And it's fucking terrible. And don't think I'm talking about one political group. Fuck no. Fuck no. It's both of them. It's all of them. You can't even be a centrist. You can't even do that. You can't even be like, hey, no, ooh, hey, left wing, right wing, they both stink. Huh, I'm a centrist. Now fuck you too. Fucking fence sitter. Anyway, I'm almost about to start paraphrasing a George Carlin bit. And I gotta say, I don't fucking like George Carlin. I don't like him. I've seen a few of his specials. I've listened to a few. And he's just like, hey, you know what? The government doesn't care about you. Woo! And God isn't real. The church just wants to fuck your kids. What? I love black people. They're really cool. But I fucking hate it when these white crackers try to act black. It's so embarrassing. Fuck off, honky. Whoa. It's just like, stop saying things that you think. Really, I'm sick of comedians that do that now. I don't want to. But what do you do? What you come up with something that you think is like no one else knows. Like the government hates you. You're like, wow, I gotta go on stage and tell people this. There's something kind of comical about it, I guess. Yeah, we all know though. We already know. Say something. Just go and be like, hey, you know what? The government's actually cool. You know, look at all the money they give you when you're on welfare. That's so great. They fix roads a little too fucking well and very slowly, I might add. Yeah, no, that's the key to stand up, really. What if you want to be not popular at all? Yeah, go up on stage and just say things that aren't right. I feel like you're more likely to have a joke come through. I don't know. I'm talking shit, by the way. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. Some things I say on stage, I believe in them, and some things I do, and some things I don't. I'm on stage, I'm just like, oh yeah, this thing. I don't know why I wrote this down. Like, you know that AI homie that came out? He's like, hey, yo, on the trip, John. Yeah, well, yo, it's sick, like the trap. You know that AI thing that they had? Yeah, I don't know. I have nothing to say about it. I wrote it down, and I was going to say something about it, but fuck. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he started calling everyone crackers, and it was like, oh, that's racist, but in a good way. Anyway, look, I'll just end this up by saying this. Here's what I think. This is just like a story, and it's not exactly one of those fucked up stories that I used to have, but like imagine two young boys, like 8 years old or whatever, I don't know. They're in school. They're friends, I guess, whatever. One of them's very decent at school. Sometimes gets into trouble, usually minor things. Like, yeah, he's not bad. He's not bad, you know. But the other one's a troublemaker, and his grades are bad, and he's like throwing chairs in class and whatever. So, like, the teachers are worried about him. The principal gets worried. Everyone's worried. All the parents and everything. Even I'm worried. And everyone works on this kid to like reprimand him and teach him a lesson. No, so they have to like organize something or the other. Like they send him to like maybe they put him in a different school. They put him in like a special, you know, kind of juvie school or whatever, where he like has to fucking, you know, maybe he's doing something a little less academic, like woodwork or whatever. I don't know, something a bit more industrial, or like, you know, going through an apprenticeship or whatever. So that happens. He gets the attention put on him to like excel, and it works. He does end up going through woodwork, metalwork, whatever. And it hits him. They're hitting him when he's like in his formative years. So by the time he's 18, he's finished his apprenticeship. He's doing all these things. By the time he's in his mid-20s, he's like running his own business, and then he like actually owns the factory or whatever. I don't know. And he's really on it because like he had that intervention, and it was successful. But the other kid, because he's not too much of a troublemaker, every time he gets in trouble or gets low grades, not much is done. Like he gets passing grades, he's not getting expelled, he's just getting detention every now and again. It's fine, but there's nothing like hinged on him to do well. And so he grows up and ends up like me, where I don't own a fucking factory. I don't fucking make six-figure with my shit, with metalwork or whatever. No. I make four figures. Oh, Christ. I have nothing to add to that. It's just something that I thought about. I mean, it was kind of in a film that I was thinking about, but I was just like, oh yeah, what if like, yeah, that happened. Like, this kid like gets settled straight, like scared straight, and it really, like, obviously, you know, this doesn't always happen. Sometimes the kid's just like, man, fuck you, I'm out of here. I'm gonna do crack, and then he just becomes a fuck up. So yeah, that's why I'm all about that intervention, and because, you know, it saves lives. Now it's just like, what am I trying to say? Like, being a troublemaker can lead you to, being a true troublemaker can lead you to like getting this kind of privilege. I mean, getting this kind of like attention and work put on you. Whereas if you're the opposite of that and you're doing really, you're still going to get attention. People are going to be like, oh, you're like such a great student. You're getting all these great grades. And then they do something about that. But if you're in the middle, you get fucking nothing. You get no pussy, no money, no attention, and you grow up to be me. I should have been a much bigger troublemaker. Well, I'm trying to think of the troublemakers. I bet they are making more money than me. And they spend it on crack, and they spend it all on crack, and they still make more money than me. Well, fuck them. Anyway, enough of this boohoo fest. Rest in peace, Queenie. God bless. Oh, God bless the fucking Queen. Fuck me, the fucking Queen. Oh, cool, blimey. Gonna pour one out tonight. She never did anything for me. She might have even fucked my life up. But fuck, I'll give her anything. Cause I'm fucking British. I'm all about them royals. Americans are stupid. Anyway, I don't know what I'm on about. It's bloody late and I'm tired and I gotta go to work. Again. Soon. This has been the David Morgan Brown Experience. Yeah, boy. Brother. You wanna get fucked up in the ring? Yeah. That's how the Queen died. I put a pile drive on her, biatch.